This program is brought to you in association with First National Bank of Botswana. The First National Bank of Botswana has proven yet again why they are the largest commercial bank in the country. The bank reported a profit before tax of 879 million pula for the half-year period ended 31 December 2023. This, of course, was not without challenges, as the bank, like many other businesses, had to hurdle over a difficult economic environment, muddled with high inflation rates, slow economic growth, geopolitical tensions, to mention but a few. Tracking back to the financial results, the bank declared a 36.2% return on equity and a dividend per share of 16 thebe. Present at the announcement were the bank's Chief Executive Officer, Stephen Bogatsu, and Chief Financial Officer, Dr. Mbako. To unpack the business faction of these results, here is the CEO, Stephen Bogatsu.
As you would appreciate, the banking industry mirrors what is going on in the rest of the economy. So we know that government has been on this agenda of resuscitating the economy, particularly since the recovery from COVID. So the banking industry and FNB in particular have been doing what we can to ensure that we support government in that position. Now, some of the changes that we have seen in the industry include changes in legislation, the introduction of Depositor Insurance Fund, Data Protection Act, as well as the new Banking Act. Those are some of the changes that we have seen that would have obviously impacted the cost structure of the bank, because in order to ensure that we comply with the changes in legislation, we need to retweak some of our operations. That's number one. Number two, we have seen ever since the dawn of COVID, a number of banks becoming digital. That has obviously had the impact of impacting the skills available in the banking industry in order to support that transformation from bricks and mortar to digitalization.
Rightly, at the outset of our conversation, you spoke to some changes that were happening within the banking industry, which affected the banking environment. But let us speak to some, which included the phasing out of checks. Right. So how has the bank addressed those to close that gap and perhaps even to better or improve financial inclusions? What solutions have you leveraged?
Yeah, there are a number of initiatives that we put in place. The first one is we ramped up our Cash Plus agencies, made sure that we increase the number of Cash Plus agencies in order to enable our customers to have access to banking wherever they are. And to that extent, we have seen an increase in volumes going through the Cash Plus agencies, improve by about 38% to about 154 million in this part of the review period. We also introduced what we call eWallet Pro. Just around the same time, or just before, a couple of months before the sunsetting of checks. And again, we have seen improved volumes. There are some tweaks that we continue to make that will make this product very attractive to our customers.
In the 4-year period ended June 30, 2023, you spoke of the bank's shared value, shared prosperity initiative, right? And there were a few projects that we had a conversation with some of your third parties are around. But perhaps at this point you could talk to us about where we are with that initiative.
This particular one is a continuing journey. We started these discussions around shared prosperity a couple of years ago when we appreciated the fact that the 1% donation that we make to the FNB Foundation for the foundation to impact society was not adequate. So we introspected and came up with various initiatives of ensuring that as we prosper as a bank, we are taking the community along with us. So there are a number of areas that we are looking at. Some of the areas include within our procurement space, what is it that we can do to support local businesses, particularly businesses that are owned by young people and women in particular. And to that extent, it pleases all of us at FNB to report that 92% of our procurement actually goes to these companies. We have made concerted efforts to ensure that all the services that we previously procured outside Botswana are procured in Botswana. So as we roll out some of the branches and revamp some of the branches, we have actually partnered with people, professionals in the building industry to ensure that they are trained and are able to deliver some of the renovations as well as the expansion initiatives around branch banking. So these are some of the activities that we continue to roll out.
So looking forward, Steve, where is the bank headed from a business perspective?
So there are a number of transformational activities that are happening at government level in order to help the economy fully recover from the quagmires of COVID. And some of those initiatives in particular include the triple P model that has now been resuscitated. We believe some air has been breathed into the triple P model. And that's one of the reasons why we are seeing that solar project in Silibe Pikwe. We have seen the establishment of a triple P office within one of the ministries in government. So all our efforts will be geared towards supporting the triple P model. All our efforts and the restructure even within the commercial space will be geared towards supporting the citizen economic empowerment that is now taking shape. All our efforts will be geared towards supporting or ensuring that we comply with the Data Protection Act because that is now very topical even in the banking industry.